All right, what is going on, guys? It's Adam aka Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. Today, we're going to talk about everything that we've learned from some of our friends, and then also we are going to have viewer-submitted videos. We're also going to cover everything that is going on with, of course, the UFO situation. Now, again, if this isn't your kind of show, it's voluntary. We'll be right back. Remember, nothing in this show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of myself, Dex, or anyone else on the show, including our wonderful mods. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals, and the internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. All right, what is going on, guys? My name is Adam, and this is Marfoogle News. Today, we're going to be covering a lot of content, and again, a lot of stories, but we take the time before every single show. If you're new here, you can actually follow along and look at our bibliography. In fact, we make sure to back up everything we do on our website. If you go there now, you will actually look for this thumbnail. This will be you. And then you'll be able to see that we have all of the links, everything there for you to see and check our work. Now, again, if you're also missing notifications, remember to go to marfooglenews.com and go to that top and get our alerts. You can actually sign up for our email alerts. You can also sign up for push notifications directly to your phone. iOS is coming soon, so just remember that. Again, thank you, everybody that does that. A lot of the platforms are not very good at notifications nowadays. Before we start here, though, let's bring in Dex, my co-host / internet brother. What is going on, Dex, and how are you doing today?
Well, hello, Adam, and hello, Foogle fam. I'm doing just fine.
So, obviously, a lot of stuff. Remember, you can go to marfooglenews.com and, of course, look for this thumbnail. And there is also extra content there. There's content you won't see that's too hot for TV. So, remember to check that before the end of the show. And real quick, we have a new channel called Marfoogle Jams, and it was not actually my idea, but Dex finally pushed me to do it. You guys have been asking for, I guess you've been asking for a place where our music is separate. Dex, is that now?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest requests we get. We get it in comments, we get it in emails, and I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. But right now, if you go to Marfoogle Jams, you can catch all of the shoutros. So when the shows are over, and sometimes I know they don't all last on the main YouTube channel, and they carry on the D Live, you can get the entire shoutro. And there is a shoutro playlist, so you can actually just put it on loop, and if you want to enjoy some of the tunes that Adam creates at the end of the show.
Again, that's just something that enough people have asked for that we created. So, again, that is going to be there. The channel's name is Marfoogle Jams. We put out a community post, and already about 400 people have gone over there, so thank you guys. I appreciate it. All right, let's get right into the news. We're going to also have viewer-submitted videos tonight. This is unidentified, so that means we will have all of your videos again, and then we're going to cover some of the stuff that's going on above us. Again, crazy stuff is happening in the news. In just a short few months, we are actually going to get this kind of huge report on UFOs. So this is definitely going to get crazier over the next month and a half. It says, quote, felt really heavy. Astronauts describe returning to Earth on SpaceX capsule. Now, funny enough, so if you didn't see this landed in the water at night, I believed, right? This was this a nighttime, or was this a different one? Do we know, Dex?
Yeah, no, I think this was the one at night.
Because look at the setup of this thing. So the four are sitting in this capsule. This looks like something Hollywood would make for like a fake, like a fake stage. These look like barber chairs, in fact. Did anyone notice that? These literally look like barber chairs. Now, I just think it's funny. This setup it does not look, I wonder where all the controls are. Like, it just doesn't look futuristic. It literally looks like a stage or something. I just thought that was kind of funny. And then
it's like a Tesla. They don't need to control anything, right? It just drives itself.
It just does. It's everything by itself now, right? It says that 4 astronauts just returned from the International Space Station described on Thursday their re-entry into Earth's atmosphere and ocean splashdown after more than 160 days in space. It says a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule carrying the crew back to Earth splashed down off of Florida early Sunday in NASA's first nighttime ocean landing in more than 50 years. Why did they do it at night? That was one thing that I didn't get. It says there was a point where I was just saying to myself, breathe, inhale, because I felt really heavy. I felt like those cartoons when they experience G and your face is just sagging down, said American Victor Glover, one of the astronauts in the group called Crew 1. It says it was the first regular mission to be taken and then returned from the ISS aboard a spacecraft built by billionaire Elon Musk's company. So this guy actually created a company, several companies, got mostly, rich, I would think, from the Tesla, and then moved into the space market. And in fact, I think that the space market might have even been a year before Tesla. Is that right, or is that wrong? I feel like one of the ones is actually older than the other. Like
it probably is. But yeah, Tesla's where he's made all of his commercial money, obviously.
Because everybody's driving a Tesla now, of course, and now they're not even cool because there's so many of them on the road. But as far as now, he has moved into this place where the U.S. government and other governments are straight up, contracted with him for everything space related. And now that we have Space Force and we have supposed, reports of DOD saying that our adversaries have weaponized space, this is one thing I want to say is, look at the kind of stuff that Elon says and the kind of stuff that he tweets. Some say that he doesn't have a filter. I mean, he himself tweeted a tweet that dropped the value of his stock by $14 billion in 1 hour. He actually said, I think Tesla stock is too expensive, in my opinion. And basically everybody was like, are you effing kidding? Never does a CEO basically say that their own stock is overpriced. So what it did is it did this immediate drop. I don't know if he did that on purpose. Maybe he's got buddies that, of course, like that almost, I don't know if they investigated that, but it's like,
yeah, they did.
Couldn't he, purposely drop his own stock knowing that it's going to bounce back and then have everybody, all of his friends buy it and then it bounces back up? It was pretty incredible, but that's the kind of power his tweets have. His tweets have said a lot of weird stuff. Now, this gentleman is not only contracted with the government for SpaceX and, of course, Space Force, but he's also contracted with Neuralink. He's got different connections there. They're, of course, trying to come up with a system to connect directly to an AI computer, to a computer into the brain directly. They've also got the Boring Company, which the Boring Company is actually boring holes underneath the ground. Now, some of the more famous stuff like the Hypertunnel or the Hyperloop under, LV, that, is more of the commercial kind of what we know about. But do you not think that he would be also contracted to bore tunnels for, say, deep underground military bases? Of course. And now there's evidence that he is actually helping grids with these giant building-sized batteries. So backups for grids. So what is that for? So there's a lot of things here. That's why I follow what, of course, SpaceX and what Elon does, because it very well could be something that is going to happen later on. There's all little pieces to the puzzle.
And let's not forget, tomorrow he will be on Saturday Night Live. No telling what little nuggets he may or may not drop intermingled into the comedy.
That's so funny. I did not know that because I have not followed SNL for like 15 years. It just hasn't been funny to me, but again, I might have to watch that one. Anyways, thank you everybody that has shown up. By the way, Tina Swearington Mackin, thank you for pledging on Patreon yesterday. And then, of course, everybody that is there, Kara Fusiller, thank you for being the last one out last show. Jeff P. Uper Viking, homesteading in the Heartland. And then, of course, it looks like today already Watchful and Alert has popped in. Thank you, and thank you for your super sticker there. It says, Starlink satellites visible across night sky in California. It says that the string of lights you're seeing is referred to as Starlink satellite train. It's part of a network of 60 satellite trains launched by SpaceX earlier this month. The goal is to eventually use these satellites to provide high-speed internet across the world and gain data from every person that they don't have data on yet. I think I added that part, but whatever. Viewer David Wong sent in a photo from Grass Valley in what he described a line of lights moving across the sky in the northeasterly direction soon after 9 p.m. on Thursday. It says this went on maybe 2 minutes before it moved and disappeared. Now, if you watched yesterday's show, or the day before, I'm sorry, you would see that I actually posted my daughter's video of Starlink being spotted above Washington. And it was really, really clear. Even for a cell phone video, there was a couple shots where it was incredibly visible. And this is kind of showing that it's separating. Dex, do you have anything to say about this Starlink photo here?
Yeah, it's traditionally what we see, and I think we even have a viewer submitted that shows their version of it. So yeah, when it first launches, I guess they're all clustered together in a line, and then they start to spread out, and then at some point, I guess they go off into their own orbits.
Yeah, so these are much farther apart than what my daughter saw just 2 or 3 nights ago. So as you can see, they start splitting up and then separating. But I wonder. He must have done a longer exposure to try to get this, because they are obviously not lines. And then what goes up must come down, including a giant Chinese rocket plunging towards Earth. So there are a couple updates on this. Of course, we don't know where it's going to hit or what this thing could be. They say it's their number 5 rocket or whatever it is. But I just tend to ask questions on everything. They say the U.S. Space Command said that it is tracking the whereabouts of the Chinese Long March 5B, a 23-ton piece of space debris. But that exact entry point into Earth's atmosphere cannot be pinpointed until hours before re-entry, which is expected sometime around May 8th. So this is supposed to come in tomorrow. It says we're tracking it, we're following it as closely as we can. It's just a little too soon right now to know where it's going to go or if anything can be done about it. So point out, Dex, I don't know if we didn't cover this because it was yesterday. Who was the gentleman who spoke? Was it a general, or who was the person who said that we're not going to use any of our technology? Do we have that? Maybe we can even pull that up.
Yeah, it was our defense Secretary of Defense, wasn't it, Lloyd Austin? He basically came out and was asked directly, "Hey, are you going to shoot that down?" And he said, in a nutshell, "No, we're not planning on it at this moment, but we certainly have lots of options or lots of capabilities with the things that we may or may not be able to do." So he didn't want to flat out admit that they had it. I guess for security reasons, maybe he can't actually say that they have that technology, but he also did say, "Hey, we're not planning on it," but he said at this moment or right now.
If they had a direct trajectory right at the White House, of course they would be using a technology that is supposed to be secret, is basically what I get out of that, because they are saying that they have technology to shoot it out of the sky, but they're not at that point yet. Now, it would be pretty crazy if this thing was supposed to hit a urban area, because I bet you we would see all of a sudden a big, flash. A bunch of people with Ring cameras would get this huge flash, and that they would say, "Oh, it was just a meteor reentry and it's totally separate from this," and then tell us that the rocket landed out in the ocean. I bet you, just if that was the case, hypothetically, if it was going to hit something and they knocked it out of the sky, I bet you that they wouldn't tell us. But imagine, this thing is 90 feet, so 9 stories tall. If you can think of a 9-story building near you, most likely 3 or 4 times the size of your house, hurtling towards Earth, and it's over 20 tons. So it is a big chunk of steel. Now, how would they blast that? And if they blasted it, would it split into more pieces? What kind of technology do they have that would deal with that? Or one idea that I heard is that they shoot kind of a net with a parachute on it. Now, this sounds crazy, but apparently this is something that one of my buddies in the military, they were testing. So you take something falling out of the sky and they fire a broad net at it, and the net goes around it, and then it has multiple parachutes that fly out the back. And every test that they had done towards, up to that point that he saw, basically still hit the ground, but hit the ground to where it was like a regular object and it just smacked in and it didn't explode. Now, they were talking about using this for slower asteroids under a certain, 20,000 miles per hour or under that or something like that. And that they were also talking about using it for kind of impactor type missiles, things that would have to hit before they impact. I thought that was pretty crazy. And I asked, what are they, is this like a rope net? And he says, no, it's a special material that not even the people testing it know what it is. So I thought that's interesting. I don't think anyone's ever talked about that. So a net that would grab something out of the sky and then put that it has pods, and once the pods smack around the back, it sends out parachutes. It seems like it would almost like Batman technology. Zippy Moons, Bear Claws, Miss Me V2, Serenity PA, thank you guys for coming. Christine 1980, we've got Charlie's Angels, thank you for the diamond there. Jam with Marfugal, Lisa K23, thank you. I know you'll be over there. Thank you so much for supporting us, by the way. Iggy Mom, and then Justice for All. We've got Daffy Duck 123, and of course Charlie's Angel again. Thank you, and thank you. Dixie Doe, and then Help Honda says, I think China planned this. I don't know, but I will say it's kind of it's definitely convenient. And then we've got Distraction from AZ, says Lasky Land, and Rose Froman, thumbs up. Hey, what's going on? Skywatcher for Life is here. Hey, Marf, Tartan Granny. We've got Griffle or Greifel. Running with Scissors is here, a longtime Fugle fam. And Donna Wheeler, hey, it's nice to see you again too. Old Rider, old school Marfugal fam. And Stormy7572, another longtime Fugle fam. All right, so we're going to go into some of the stories here. Let's see. And let's see here. We'll get back to that. Okay, so we do, and remember, you can go to the website. This is what the actual page looks like with everything here. On the side, just a reminder, if you want to support us, everything is over there. But down below is where all of these videos start. So if you want to look at these later on and say, I don't believe it, I want to put that on my big screen, then you can go ahead and do so at marfugalnews.com. All right, so let's watch this first video. This says, timestamp 309, what is flying by the moon? I caught it with my P900. What happens to all the vids I sent you? I hope you don't think they are a fake, because they're not. Love you guys. This was DubJ315. All right, let's click this here.
And Adam, I think DubJ called in, so I'm going to get him on in a minute.
Okay, all right, great. And if you do want to call in, the number is 224400-MARF. That's 2244-006273. If you want to get him on, I'll just play a minute of this. This is so cool. This is the kind of camera he has. Look at how fast it's moving. I wonder if that's on a tripod. If it loads. Let's see here. Running with Scissors, Maui Racing Realtor, Sailing Dogs, thank you. Mega Dido 101. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on here. I think we've had problems with this with DubJ's video specifically. Let's just start it over. There we go. Oh, okay, crazy. So I'm gonna full screen this. Okay, let's see if we can get rid of this bar here. So what is this? That does not look like a plane. This is something that is, keep in mind, this is a P900. So this is zoomed in, I don't even know how many times, 60, 100 times. And that would, therefore, knowing anything about telephoto lenses, would make anything that's far away. So say if it's a bird, that bird would be giant if it was anywhere down in the kind of the plane. He's zoomed out all the way out to the moon. So it would make anything that, say, if a bird flew at normal bird height, it would be giant flying past the camera. So this looks to me like something that's actually in the sky.
I got Dub J on the line now.
All right, Dub J, what's going on? We're watching your video. I'm going to turn the sound off and let you tell us what's going on.
Adam, how you been, man?
I'm good. What's going on?
I've been doing good, man. This video, I don't know. I was filming the moon, and it looks like maybe a satellite came flying by or something square. I was totally zoomed in.
Yeah, it totally looks square.
I got 2 strikes on my main channel, so I got a new channel.
Now, how did that? Obviously, you mostly do sky videos. That's weird.
Yeah. So my new channel is Dub J's World.
Okay, well, we'll make sure to share that out.
This video right here, I filmed a while ago, and I don't know, man. You guys tell me what it is.
To be honest, I don't know, and I know how telephoto lenses work. You know, the farthest out have is a 500 millimeter lens, but I know that can't be like a bird unless it was up in space.
It looks like a square. It looks like a square, right? Like
yeah, it's a perfect square.
Maybe? Or maybe, yeah.
I don't know. With everything, like I said, I'm really excited about what's coming out in a month because, you know, what are they going to say? And, you know, are we going to be able to easily debunk what they do say? Are they going to tell us something that's going to change everybody's view on everything? Is, you know, some of our military members say that once everything comes out, that it will make everything make sense. That's what they said. So I said, in a good way or a bad way? And they said in a good way, that some people will actually totally change their views on what's happened over the last 2 years. And I thought that was kind of crazy.
Are you saying you think it's all military?
No. Well, no, I don't know. I think that, and this is something they're basically saying, that there is something that is so big that it's going to make us understand. And this isn't a view that I share, but why they are doing to us what they're doing to us. That it's for our own good. This is what a military member said. So I don't know.
Wow.
I that's why I'm pretty excited for what they're going to say and what Congress is going to come out with and this report. But who knows? Are we going to easily be able to say, you know, this is BS or what? What are they going to come out with in this report? Or are they just going to come out with a redacted piece of paper that's, you know, no better than what we had?
Yeah. Hey, I just bought myself a new camera. I got a new infrared camera, and I was pointing it at the sky last night, and I caught like 3 or 4 different things. So I'm going to be uploading that tomorrow. Well,
Dub J, I would just be careful with your new channel and you know, stick to the sky stuff, and we'll help you out and get that other channel up. And Dub J's World, we'll make sure to share out to our viewers. And if you go to marfugelnews.com, you'll actually be able to find all of Dub J's channels. Dex will make sure to attach those.
And also, and let me just say one more thing, Adam. I've been really sick for the past 2 weeks. I've been really bedridden, so I just want everybody to please pray for me.
All right, Dub J, of course, no problem.
And you guys have a great night.
All right, you too. Good night. That was Dub J 315, but apparently he does have a new channel. So this is Dub J's channel, and I don't know. See, I would say a suggestion for somebody like Dub J is if you do more controversial stuff and you do have a camera like he does, because his whole channel, I mean, he has enough just with his special camera to do a whole channel by itself. I would say do all of your, crazier stuff on a different channel and, completely separate it. Let's see here. Yeah, it's all of this. That's why we do what we do. People don't understand it. Okay. Whoa. Kelly2334 says, just flying in to say hi and happy Mother's Day at the mom. Kelly2334 just dropped a ninjet over on DLive, which is the highest compliment you can bestow on somebody on DLive. Kelly2334, thank you, and another thank you. Everybody, again, put an M in chat for Kelly2334. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting independent. We are truly independent. We don't have a multi-channel network, so you guys are our backbone. Thank you. Megdido101, thank you as well. And then Sailing Dogs and Running with Scissors. Thank you guys. Lots of new followers for some reason. I don't know if somebody's hosting us or what, but a lot of new people. Thank you, everybody. That is really cool. All right, everybody did the M's. That's awesome. All right. And then Dex, feel free to pop in. And right now, I do want to let you guys know, though, there is something really cool with EMP Shield again. They are allowing us to hop on to another giveaway. So we have basically asked anytime that they do any kind of giveaway to let us know. This one in specific is actually one that I believe was for Israeli News Live, which, again, Stephen Benoon, I've been on his show. He's a great guy if you guys haven't checked him out, but he's also a personal friend. So, again, it's really cool that they let us hop onto this one. Make sure to go to marfugelnews.com/EMP if you want to look at what these are. These can actually protect you against EMP. But other than that, there is actually the contest that's going on. There's multiple ways to enter, including daily bonus entries. Again, you must go to marfugelnews.com/contest. They will be giving out, I believe, 3 devices. It might be more. Dex, do we know how many they are giving away? I don't know. We might find the details out tomorrow. I believe it officially starts tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe it's 3.
And then that will be one of your choice, and you actually get to choose because they make different devices for different things to protect it. They make one, their best-selling one is their car. That way you can protect your car if your car is out in the middle of nowhere. If an EMP hits or even a CME, this can protect you against the natural kind. You will still be up and running. You won't be stuck somewhere. And then also in this contest, you will be able to pick which one. So if you want one for your boat, your generator, your solar system, you can do that as well. So this is a limited time thing. Make sure to hop on that. Again, it doesn't cost anything to go and try. So again, go check that out, especially since they're professional equipment and they're not cheap. And they do what they say they're going to do. That's why, again, they're no joke of a product. The government uses them. I think that if they're preparing for this, we should be too. All right, let's get back to the videos. Let's see here. Bam, bam. Okay, that was DubJ315. Let's make sure that that's stopped. This is Ashley HP. I'll make sure to go subscribe here if I can click on that. Okay, there's 2 videos, and it says the thing flies by fairly regularly, never any trails or no sound. I see it in the evening when the sun reflects off of it. Okay. Love the nature sounds. So I definitely want to see the second one on this.
Let's see, where is it?
So there's the moon.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
I love the kids in the back. There it is again.
That is just wild.
I don't know, and you know what's weird, Ashley, is that this is, it has that same trajectory. Dex, did you see this? How it's
Yeah, I mean, you want to think it's a plane, but then you kind of don't, right? I mean, the size, the lighting, it's the distance, and I would assume
Whoa,
that
wait a
if
second.
they're looking in their backyard, they see it all the time, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if you saw that, but when it goes behind the tree, it almost does have a little thing coming off of it.
Yeah, I mean, I assume they would see a plane and they know the difference. Most people do, but yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Well, because if the sun was shining on it, that could reflect, but there's a part right here where it goes through and it almost looks like it has a something coming off of it. Let me full screen this. Sorry about. Look at that. I'm telling you that. Okay, that is weird. Look at right there. Right there. It has something coming off of it. And it has the same kind of angle, like it's going down. Right here when it goes through the trees, it clearly has something coming off of it. Or am I tripping? I don't know. I would say I'm going to leave this up to the viewers. If you go check it out, you can go to marfugelnews.com and watch both of those. With your own browser, you'll be able to zoom in, especially if you're on desktop, you'll be able to zoom in and go past full screen and go in there really tight and see if you can see something that we didn't. That was Ashley HP. Her link is right on the website, but it's even better because you can just hover over their face and go over here to subscribe if you want to. Of course, Love Mob. Also, I don't know why it suggested this, but this was a great video by Kentucky Ballistics. I actually shared this out on my community tab because of the message behind it. This gentleman had his 50 cal explode in his face. Has anyone seen the Kentucky Ballistics video of that, about how he explains it? It was April 9th that it happened, and it shot something through, and now he has a scar from his chin all the way down to the middle of his stomach. He had 3 of his pieces of his bone basically messed up. The cap off of the 50 cal went with so much speed it broke his face. They had to go in and fix his face from behind his eye. They had to cut him open. The little tabs that are on the back of the cap of a huge 50 cal, the cap came off with something like 80,000 psi and shaved off the 2 pieces of steel. And those 2 pieces of steel, one of them went into his hat and knocked his hat 10 feet back. The other one went into his aorta and actually cut his aorta. And he had to use his thumb to plug it. It is one of the craziest stories you will ever hear. He physically had a W-shaped broken finger and his thumb stuck into this hole, holding his aorta closed. But the message at the very end is the best part, though. And you can genuinely tell after this happened what kind of guy this is. And you guys have to watch that video. And it's got millions, 11 million views now, and for good reason, because everyone who starts that video watch it all the way through. He even tells people in the beginning, like, if you want to skip through to the video of him actually doing it, go ahead, but I'll just let you know this. Everybody watches it all the way through that watches it. That's why it's so big right now. Because it is such an amazing story, and you can tell that guy is just an amazing dude. Anyways, sorry for going off on a side tangent there. Thank you, Goldie 2001, Sir Budrick for being here, Kelly Henson, Carol L. Higginson. We've got Jessa in the house. We've got Cascadia Civil Defense. It's no Barrett. No, and it's not the Barrett that he torture tested that same week. John Blow, what is going on? Crisis Cast. Oh, yeah, it's insane. The story, and he has video of it. He was videotaping for a YouTube video, so he has the video of it. It's just absolutely insane. All right, this is It's for Toya. It's for Toya. I love the name. Go ahead and subscribe here. And it says, this is out of Miami, Florida, New Year's Eve. This was recorded by my boyfriend. This is the end of 3 days of seeing the object. So bright, one morning I ran outside thinking apocalypse. This was about 4 a.m. and the neighbors were already outside viewing it, yet it comes quick and disappears the same. All right, so I can't wait to see this here.
Just make sure the volume's off.
Yep, I already got it. Let's see. What in the world? Okay, that's freaky. That, even crazier is you can see the neighbors out there watching it too. What the heck? Part of it, at first I thought, maybe it's because it's defocused at such a thing, but even when she goes back and it does focus, it's still a giant red object. It's for Toya. Great video out of Miami in December of 2019. It's one of those kind of videos that basically, you keep around and you're like, this is crazy. I caught something crazy here. All right, let's see here. That's It's for Toya. That's kind of a complicated name to try to tie in because it does have the number 4 in there. But you can just go to the website and subscribe or hover over it if you're on the website. Jammer1 says, EMP started today. I got email and entered tonight. Jammer, good job. I'm glad that you got in there quick. That Chowky Gal, John the Cook, thank you for following. Bear Claws, everybody over on DLive, thank you. One Aunt B says, weird. Pam Beth says, that's cool. We've got Venti McPainterson says, when is the report released and where did that info come from? Well, the report, a lot of people have been talking about it. Dex, could you find out when the actual report is being released by Congress on UFOs and the task force and all of that?
Yeah, I'll check.
Thank you, Dex. And then we'll make sure to link that. Whoever asked that, I can't scroll back up. Whoever asked that question, I can make sure to link that information. All right. And then one other thing, though, too, is publicly, gosh, which general was it that said that we have recovered off-planet objects? And when people they said if people actually knew what was going on, that it would change their view on the world. There's a lot of things being said that are so blatantly crazy that I am actually surprised more people are just not absolutely shocked by what they're saying right now. Eighth UFO visit 41121 behind my house. Behind my house is a golf course with a large lake. This UFO initially arrived tonight as a spinning disc with lights, then triangular, then tilted, and was a U shape, ending with my chandelier-looking UFO. After filming for an hour and a half, a second UFO appeared, approximately the same size as this one, up to the top far right. Many smaller orbs UFO were seen this time too. I uploaded numerous videos from tonight, all dated 4/11, and specifically tagged one with Marfoogle. MUFON is investigating my older videos of the first 7 visits so far, has reported it, and is U-shaped, and once it arrives, it drops orange orbs out of it and underneath from what they can see. This is Embry Riddle investigating further due to additional figures seen in older videos. So this is the first one.
Here we go. It's getting closer. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Oh my God. It's gotta be like 1 o'clock Sunday morning. Oh my God. I am so glad I came back out. It's just gorgeous. It's another chandelier. Oh my God. So it's just west.
Have a good night homesteading in the Heartland if you're heading out. By the way, if you want to do prepper minutes, we have about 20, 22
really close to
that we're about to release. If you want to join us.
This is insane. Oh my God. Look at the shapes it's making. I don't know if it's tilting or what. Oh, I can see it now. It's coming through the trees blind with my blind eyes. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh my gosh. So this is definitely one that I don't know if it translates through my screen to yours. And then especially if you're viewing on a phone, here's the other video that they attached.
I hope my phone doesn't die. Ooh. There we go. Oh my God, look at that. Up to the top right hand corner, that's my... No, it's not. Oh my God, what is that? I have a camera up there. But look at that, that's 2. That's 2. That's the second one right there. See it? Hold on, let me see if I can zoom on that one. We got 2. This is insane.
I love I just love her attitude about it too. She's just super excited about it. And I believe I've seen this screen name a bunch. La Serena Lynn. Hey, thank you for sending that in, La Serena Lynn. If you guys want to go over, and it looks like I'm already subscribed, so I knew I recognized it. Okay. Let's go like that. Thank you, Andrew Snyder says, you are my go-to news channel. Thank you again, Andrew Snyder. Ed Brown. Thank you again. Thank you for the super sticker. Same with Amy Z. And then so happy I found Foogle Fam a year ago while searching for what is really going on in the world. Amy Z, that is very awesome. Thank you for saying that. And then Greg Anzalotti says, what's up from Massachusetts? God bless. Frankie Rios, thank you for your support and thank you for the super applause. And then Watchful and Alert, thank you for the cute fox super sticker there. I really do appreciate that. Thank you guys for supporting independent. You guys know that we actually support out, so that does help a lot. Jeff P., remember, by the way, he's been stopping in a couple times. Make sure to go check him out. I actually watched a couple of his most recent videos, and he's done a really great job. He's a bigger YouTuber, but he stops by, and he always just stops by to say hi and support, and he never wants attention. He never says, hey, look at my channel. He just stops by to like participate. So that's really an awesome thing to do. That's what I try to do to all of our friends and everybody that I really do support on YouTube. I don't know if any of you have been in the chat, but I financially support other channels as well. I pass that on. So when you guys support us, we end up supporting smaller channels, and we try to go super chat as well. So thank you. And if you can, make sure to super chat and support those other channels too. All right.
Speaking of support, another jet just flew in, and I think it's related to the video you just played.
No. Cynthia Lynn says, that's me. Cynthia Lynn, you didn't have to do that. That's awesome. Cynthia Lynn, I knew, I wondered why I like recognized that. But I think, haven't you emailed and I've gotten back to you? Either way, that is really cool and awesome video. Let us know what happens with the MUFON thing. That's really cool that they're investigating that. And then Charlie's Third Angel. By the way, Cynthia Lynn, I think that puts you on the Hall of Fame, by the way. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but anybody that does a ninja ends up going on the DLive Hall of Fame, and there's now lifetime about 60. So Kelly2334, thank you so much. Appreciate that as well. Thank you for your support. Kelly2334, you're awesome as well. All right, let's get back into the videos. This is last year while taking pictures of a full moon, all of a sudden there was a line of exhaust going across, and it came out of nowhere. So I started filming. The moon rises behind the streak in the night sky. Okay, so it says it's YouTube creator music, but let's see. I'll just do this. Now, I'm going to give this person the benefit of the doubt. Okay, that's... So, you know what the critics are going to say, though, right? That this could be a power line or something like that at zoomed out. That looks... That does not... It's really wavy, so it doesn't appear to me like a power line. Or it almost looks like a shadow. Or... Do you remember the Secure Team 10 video where they showed, or maybe it was Crow 777, where it showed, it's a famous video now, where the moon looked like it was rescanning. I don't even know how to describe it. Do you guys remember that video? This is Gallery of Hope. This legitimately looks like one of that time where, see, then it can't be a power line. That is so weird. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna play this at double speed. Watch this. Does that not look like the wave? Again, I'm going to actually pop over. I'm not subscribed to this channel yet, so I'm going to make sure to click subscribe. But I am also...
Adam, let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
If this was... Because you're familiar with telephoto, so if this is a super zoom lens, right, to get that kind of image, wouldn't a cloud be, or a the thing that comes off but they were describing it to be one of those things from a plane. If it was that, wouldn't it be like really big? Wouldn't it have been zoomed in? I mean, I guess if it was really far away, maybe not. And maybe this is more of a horizon shot, but yeah, it looks, it was very interesting to me. I couldn't understand what it was, and it's not a power line.
Yeah.
Same
So
reason
you're
it's not
saying
a
if
power
it's
line.
it's telephoto and it's zoomed way in. Well, yeah, okay. Here's another thing. If you wanted to say, and I actually can debunk myself. It couldn't have been a power line at that distance. If you're telephoto, you wouldn't even see the power line. Just like you can put something. You could put earphones right here. If you have a telephoto lens and you put it 10 feet out and you're taking a picture and you're focused 200 feet out, this is going to be blurry. It's not even going to show. Just like you can actually take a picture through a chain link fence, and when you focus behind it, you won't see that chain link fence. Anyone who knows photography knows this. Like you can take a picture right through a chain link fence or video, and if it has a wide aperture, you're not even going to see that. It's just going to blur it right out. It's to the point where it doesn't even look like there is a fence. It's crazy to think about. Like, how does it? But if you know photography, that does. But I don't know if this is a cell phone zoom or something. But yeah, you're right. If it was a cloud down lower and it was a streak like that, it should potentially be bigger. I don't know though. That is, and it would last that long, because now we know that they do last that long, if you know what I mean. But very interesting. Dex, let me pop over to just check on you. Is there... Let's see here. Do we have...
Yeah, we do have one.
Okay, why don't we pull them in? And then let me pull this up. It says that we have Kishara. Follow up on a previous call about the sun and how this affects Earth. Calling from Colorado. But first off, real quick though, Susan N., thank you for popping over during the show to PayPal. Appreciate that. Again, obviously that takes less and it doesn't go to YT. And then Linda Hunt, thank you. A big thing, says love your show. Karen W. and Kristen B. Huge support. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys all for going over there. All right, let's go over to Kishara. You're live on Marfugal News. What's going on?
Hi, this is a bit of a last-minute call, so I don't have much prepared.
That's all right.
So no really good pictures this time. I did want to try and answer a little bit of the general question as far as what's going on and why this is for your own good.
Okay, go ahead and explain.
You're going to start hearing about the changes with the sun.
And let's just make sure we say allegedly. I'll say it before this call.
Allegedly.
Yes, go ahead.
Allegedly. If you follow some of the science journals and whatnot, and this one's actually not allegedly, there are studies showing that the sun has reduced its temperature by 3,000 degrees. The instabilities we have recorded over the past few months are getting worse. So, allegedly, if things continue, we are looking at not only the potential for a micronova, but a full nova. Even on a micronova scale, this is an extinction level event. We go through these. So it's not that we cannot survive them. We won't survive entirely, but society never makes it through this. Never. Neither does the technology. Never happens. You can look at geoelectric that the Egyptians had that we no longer have. So here we are again at the 12,000 year mark, where every single cycle is overdue. Physics, even physics is jumping into this. There's 4 elements we've commonly known in physics: earth, air, fire, water. Well, guess what? Now there's a 5th element, because we're in a new region of space where the laws of physics are literally being redefined. And we're in the middle of it. So when they talk about it being for your own good, they're talking about it on a species level. We have always survived these events by going underground. This is why there's underground cities in Turkey. This is why the Hopi talk about being taken underground. This is why the South Americans talk about being taken underground. In certain red countries, they went into caves. Okay? These are all historically recorded.
Well, let me ask you this.
And
Let me go back to the
Go ahead.
Micronova page here. It said, so hold on. Where's our website? So obviously, there one thing. Do you watch Suspicious Observers at all?
I do, actually.
So he talks about
They've been documenting quite a bit of this.
So here's my thing too, and it just made me think as far as what I said earlier about Elon Musk doing the, as far as he does the Boring Company and SpaceX. So one of his missions is to help people get to Mars, to get off of Earth, and his other mission, just technically, his other company bores holes. Very well could be boring underground bunkers that we don't know about.
Dude, allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, he's contracted with us, working with projects. Who do you think does our tunnelers?
So
allegedly.
Think about this. What if Elon Musk is the go-to man to try to save mankind during an event like that?
Mankind in its entirety is not savable. He is planning to take 1 million people by lottery up to Mars, which in itself is the full reason, well, not the full reason, okay, I retract that, is a partial reason that disclosure has to happen. They're not going to tell you guys everything. Don't even bank on that. But they will tell you what you need to know because you don't have a choice. You're going to see it. So, 400% increase in UFO sightings is because we need some external help, and the fleet's coming home because we need help.
What a crazy thought. And honestly, at this point, I hope people are just awake to every kind of idea that basically, I hope that people by now are at least open-minded enough to understand that anything could happen at this point. Anything.
Legitimately. When physics turns around and says, hey, everything you thought was reality is not.
What a very interesting way to look at this, and an amazing call, Kishara. Is there one more thing you want to say before you go?
There is one quick thing I'd like to add on real quick. The movie that you guys think Greenland's about Greenland is not about Greenland. Greenland's going to crack in half, so don't even try it. But Australia, if there's any Fooglers in Australia, I'm moving to Australia because that's the safe place.
Well, what about New Zealand? Because all of the elites are either going to Australia or NZ. For whatever
reason. Well, the problem
reason.
with New Zealand is New Zealand used to be a continent. Now it's an island. Last time we did this, it went, a good amount underwater. Australia made it through. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to find me some Aborigine elders and request wisdom.
Well, they'll tell you what to didgeridoo and what to didgeridoo.
Yeah.
I'm going to get... Yeah, that's definitely... All right. Well, thank you, Kishara. Thanks for making my night. And it's a very scary and crazy thought at the same time. I just think of what is really happening. We have our government contracted with this company that's doing more work than anybody else on boring tunnels and trying to get people off of Earth. I mean, how common sense does it have to be? Why did we all of a sudden need to get to Mars? Why all of a sudden did we have all these missions to try to hit asteroids, to do all this? What is actually going on? Or could they be launching stuff to try to stop that?
Arcs on the moon.
Oh yeah. So, by the way, what Kishara is saying, we can back up. They have actually put an arc with DNA and all this other stuff on the moon. That's nuts.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it takes. People going to have to get hit with a brick. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant a comet, allegedly.
Kishara, you're one of my favorite foogs. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful night. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out, okay?
Thank you.
All right, have a good night. That was Kishara, always a great call. Do you agree with Kishara? If you disagree, make sure to do it politely because we can all have our own views. We just don't need to get offended by everybody else's. Again, I do think that it's really strange that we have companies like Elon Musk that their goal is to either dig underground tunnels, which could save us from either an event like an asteroid or a nova. In a real supernova, nothing's protecting you, right? But if there is hypothetically a micronova, which if you look online, they say, oh, it's not a thing, it doesn't exist. On some notes, and then they have tons of other information coming from other people saying how to survive one. It's in this like gray zone where I don't ever believe, personally, Wikipedia or any of these other things because obvious reasons. They won't allow some things to be put, and vice versa. They won't let certain sources go through that are proven and real good sources because of what their attachment is, right? So very strange stuff. But as far as digging tunnels, what if they were trying to say, just hypothetically, something was coming and it was going to mess up the whole world, or we've known about something that was going to hit, or a burning thing that was just going to burn everything on the face of the planet. What would you do? Well, you would try to get some people off Earth, and you would also try to get some people underground. It just so happens that Elon Musk, why did he go into boring tunnels under the ground and getting people off of Earth? And then his other thing was linking people directly to computers. And now they're doing these studies trying to back up the human brain. Why? It really, really gets to me. And then doing everything electric. It seems like Elon Musk's whole kind of purpose is to prepare for a different planet. Like this planet being totally just stricken from, like we have to go electric because we can't do fossil fuels or whatever. What do you think about that? Dex, I don't know if you have an opinion on that, but I thought that was pretty interesting. This is Mattis Love.
I'm sorry, I'm jumping in late, but I do have an opinion on it, and I think it is going all electric. What's happening? How the setup is, and what's being done, and then going off planet too. Like all of these big pushes. It's by design, let me rephrase that. It seems to be by design, right?
I mean, just why would you select to have those kind of companies? Why? Did he see a market where, oh yeah, we need to dig some tunnels? Was he contracted by the government before he started the boring company? And did they say, hey, can you do this too? And he said, yes. Why did he specifically say, yeah, I want to dig tunnels under the world? Anybody ask these questions, they can give you something just plain like, oh, I just thought it was going to be cool. And people believe it. But really, think about it really hard. Why is Elon Musk digging tunnels under the earth? And why is his only other mission to either back up our grid or to get people off of the planet? Just saying, the sun thing, like a CME or something like that, knocking out every piece of power on the world, that would make sense. So they bring in something like an EMP shield to protect what they have, like generators, this and that, and then have backup batteries by Tesla. You've got tunnels for some of the harder hit areas, and then you've got the lucky few that are flying off the moon for 3 years or 5 years or 100 years until everything is settled down. Who knows? Or could it be because of a nuclear disaster that, they are worried about? Who knows? Could it be from an asteroid? I believe asteroid is a big part of this. But again, it looks like, Kishara, the sun. What about the sun? There's a lot of folks that do believe in that. I've seen a lot of really cool stuff, especially Suspicious Observers, great channel. make sure to check out his stuff as far as the sun has always been responsible for some sort of cataclysm over and over and over again. All right, this is April 13th, 2021, and this was a radar loop over India. So let's watch this one more time. So what in the world is that? This is a radar loop. What in the hell is that? Oh, that is spooky. Let's see if there's... I don't know. I would have loved to have Madislav on the phone, because, you know, I don't know how this is taking pictures, or if this is just radar, or how would radar pick up something like that. It almost looks like it could be something reflecting off the ocean, like something's flying above and they're looking down and it's reflecting. But I don't know how this works.
Thought. You know, because you're looking at clouds, right? So you've got it's a satellite image. And maybe it's an intermix of a satellite and something else, but I was thinking it was just a reflection of the sun off of the ocean over time, because it's time lapse, right? But I don't know, not 100% certain there.
That's such a trip. But wait, what time is it at? It's at 10:20 a.m. Whatever it is, it's massive. It's just absolutely gigantic. That was Madislav. If you want to go check out their channel, you can obviously tell what they are looking at, and anybody that spends time watching those kind of radars and keeping a close eye, definitely cool that somebody like that puts their time in that so you don't have to. So make sure to go over and follow. You can find them on marfugelnews.com. This is something in the sky. It says, my family and I spotted something colorful flashing in the night sky above the radio towers. I took a few video clips and some still images, and my husband took some still images with his Nikon DSLR. There are several planes flying around as well, one of which took an unusual flight pattern. The still images are unedited, but I did zoom in a bit. The video is just under 3 minutes. At the 26-second marker shows the object above the towers. So these are the towers. So I'll say this. It is very hard for me to tell on my screen. I believe that this would be a really good video for all of you to go and look at on your own screen. It does flash blue and crazy colors here. Look at that. There was a spot there. What a weird... I think a lot of us see a lot of this Every night, just weird things in the sky. Almost looks like a little planet. What a trip. If you can explain this, then make sure to put a comment below. That was, again, Ashley HP. Make sure to go over and subscribe. And then we have, it looks like Freedom MJW. Hit that as well. Bam. And it says, might be debris from NASA's SpaceX rocket launch this morning, taken at 5:57 a.m. this morning in Haleyville, South Carolina. What do you think? So this is from Dex. This is April 23rd.
Those comets that they were talking about. Wow, look at that.
Wow. Incredible footage. Freedom MJW, this is amazing. This is why people tune in.
Those comets that they were talking about. Wow, look at that.
Wow. Wow.
That's a big one. I've never seen anything look like that. I sure hope it lands in the ocean.
This is proof right here that there is more going on. I tell you what, that is...
Those comets that they were talking about. Wow, look at that.
That is incredible. Absolutely stunning. Is that
That's a big one.
Is that a rocket? And she questions: is this NASA? Is this SpaceX debris? I don't know, but that is incredible footage, and what a lucky shot! If that is a comet, or if that's NASA, that it looks like what we've seen before with the with some of the launches. Dex, is there any way we can check if April 23rd coincided with any kind of news? That is incredible. Wow. So great shot. That was, again, Freedom MJW. This is exactly why we like doing these shows, because when we get clips like that, it's unbelievable.
There was a liftoff on that day, April 23rd, Crew 2 mission to the ISS. That would have been a SpaceX Falcon 9. I don't know if that's the actual launch or if that's the coming back down potentially.
What time was it at? Do we know?
April 23rd. I don't see a time.
It'd be good to know, because that was a night shot.
Yeah, it took off after sunset.
Wow. What an incredible video. We've got Starlink just outside of DC. Let's see here. Another shot of Starlink.
What?
Babe, come up here quick.
Same thing I would do. Get out of here.
Look it. In the sky. Look up here. Look at that line. Starlink, I think.
Starlink, I think.
Starlink. I think.
I think. I love it. Who knows anymore, right?
The Elon Musk stuff.
The Musk stuff. Starlink, I think.
That is wicked looking.
That was Kyle A. If you want to go check out Kyle A's channel, that was a good shot of Starlink. You might, and that's another one that you might want to have your screen to look at, because the contrast might not get translated well through video of video. So again, go over to marfugelnews.com. You can go and inspect that. This was 4/26/2021. Says, I was outside working on my truck installing an EMP shield, actually. Thanks for the discount, LOL. Out of nowhere, 3 USAF C-130 aircraft in formation at 1,500 AGL or lower came over at a decent pace, estimating 160 knots. I happen to fly jet aircraft for a living and went inside to check the sectional chart on my iPad to see if an MTR was around my house, a military training route. And there isn't one. I've been here 3 years and rarely have seen anything in this area. I'm uploading 2 short videos that I managed to catch. They are not the best, but it came out of nowhere. Never posted on YouTube before. These are 2 short videos, a few seconds long. 2 came over in a soft formation, and I thought it was over. Then another came over solo, maybe a mile in trail of the first 2. They are so flippin' big that yeah, it's like, let's see here. That's Dibble Z. Never uploaded before. We always love Mob Everybody. Who knows? Maybe they'll start uploading. Dibble Z. I want to see if they had both on there. And it looks like they do. Okay, so this is that one, and this is this one. C-130 Hercules are just gigantic, so it's definitely just a cool thing to see them, period. I think if you've ever seen one in person, they're just so giant and loud that it's cool. All right, and then down below we have no electrical boxes at Menards. Now, I don't have local Menards here, but I have stores like it. I know that this is, I believe, an East Coast thing. It says at chain hardware store Menards in Iowa, no single gang electrical boxes. Also, PVC pipe in short supply, according to plumbers. Background music is from store, so I'll try not to play that. Thanks for letting us know about that background stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. There ain't a whole lot here.
Boom, 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 boom. So they can hear that. That stupid music in the background will end up screwing up a whole video. Yeah, so they're just nothing left. This is so I did reach out, and I don't know if you're watching tonight, but there was somebody who owns a hardware store that made a comment, and they said very specific things. They said, we own a hardware store. Lumber has gone up. This has gone up. This has gone up. This has gone up. This has gone up. And said, I don't know how younger people now will even be able to build their own house anymore. He said that in the last month, he or she, I didn't, it was a name I couldn't figure out if it was a man or woman or a couple, but said that they didn't know how a young couple or any younger family would be able to build their own house, which is, you know, one of the most affordable ways to do it. So it's really quite sad right now, because not only do we have all these people about to be evicted because the moratorium is ending, but we also have everything going up in price to the point where people won't be able to, you know, they won't be able to do what they used to be able to do. Very, very sad at this point. So this was put in by Kevin Fuglefam. Hey, that's really crazy, Kevin. Longtime Fugel fam, Kevin Fuglefam. It's nice to see you, Kevin, and thanks for doing video. If you have anything more, send it to us, Kevin. Just to pop up again real quick. Speaking of awesome Fuglefam, Brett David says, actually, I'm Green Arrow. Oh, okay. There we go. Brett David, hey, nice to see you. Kyle A., that Starlink outside of DC was mine. Awesome. The great video there. Fellowship group at Beam Your Light 21 on Telegram. Holy Spirit, Jesus is Lord. Brett David, thank you for the super chat there. I will make sure to check it out. And then Lisa Astry says, hey, Marf and Dex from Lisa and Travis. We appreciate all you do. Well, thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Mr. Lisa Travis. SRR10, thank you so much for the super sticker. Again, I appreciate that. And then Two Old People on a Couch says, hey, Mar Fugel. Hey, Adam and Dex. That is awesome. Well, you said, hey, Mar Fugel. Hey, Adam and Dex. So am I not Mar Fugel? Or, huh? I went too long with that. Yes, there are sun changes taking place. Let's consider the videos in which we see various shadowy shapes sucking up energy from the sun's surface. That was Alex Gallegos. Chuck Barnes says, hello, fam. And then we've got Barefoot Lass says, a MUFON agent actually came to my house after I called in a sighting years ago. I'll call in sometime and tell my experience. I would love to hear that, Barefoot Lass, and thank you for letting us know. I didn't know that MUFON was like, I didn't know that until tonight. Like they'll go and investigate. I mean, I would assume, but I usually thought that they would just like call you on the phone or write you an email. Deborah Olin says, just wanted to say hi. I'm local to you and I usually watch from my TV, so can't comment. Thanks for all you do. Much respect. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. And then thank you, Keeping It Magical Kim, if you're watching. By the way, I saw your flower display the other day and it was absolutely stunning. I know you guys put amazing work into that. So just wanted to let you know. I drove by it and I was like, wow, that is absolutely just the best display I've ever seen. So very pretty. All right. Let's Dex, do we have, I was going to see if we did. We actually have a couple more videos here. And it looks like there's possibly one more call. Okay, we'll get them on here in a second. Let's go to the next video. It looks like Biggins sent this in. Biggins, Biggens. And it says, remembering the way, forgotten ode to thoughts. Okay, so this was something we put in there just to show that we want to support all the creators and awesome people in the Fugel fam. It says, a song for those who have felt this way and to those whom need some remembering. Stand for truth, stand for each other, for God's sakes, and stand for something. Fugel fam member Biggins.
Get the damn better look in my eyes before you utter my name. Through your army disguise, your army your days, well I
That was Biggins. Wanted to make sure that we support any creation that anybody sends us. Again, love that we have such an amazing and talented community. You guys are what makes this channel. So remember that when you're watching, when we do these kinds, it is your fellow Fugle fam. It's the people in the chat. When you see somebody comment that's my video, that's why. That's also why I've always said, because we've had callers. I don't know if many of you know this. I was never the first, and I've never claimed to be the first call-in show. That's why I always said the only live call-in show somewhere. But I think why we did relatively well is because I was one of the few that actually did it the way we did it. And it seemed like a lot of people picked up the call-in thing after I did. Now, there's always been call-ins. There's been radio shows for years and years and years. But specifically, more so, Truthnish, the way that we had it did, and it wasn't on purpose. It was just because of how my show was, and I used to take calls because I originally wanted to just hear from people that were in the chat, and I was so tired of just reading type, reading out people's comments. I just wanted people to talk. It's like if you've ever texted somebody, like even me and Dex did it today. It's like when you've texted 60 texts and you're like, why don't we just talk on the phone? This would have been a conversation that's done in like 2 minutes. But anyways, I think that was part of it. And then afterwards, I don't know if you guys noticed, but after I started doing, back when we first started getting bigger and everything looked like crap, everybody started doing the exact same kind of thing. So it's really awesome that we have this amazing community, and you guys are what is a huge part of this show. Dex, we have a lot of other content here, and you have another caller here. So let's get Whitetail 7 on from Pennsylvania. Whitetail 7 from Pennsylvania. Thank you, Tower Bear. Why does that reflection just disappear? Talking about the Earth satellite image. Yeah, that is weird.
Hi there, Adam and family, like Fugle fams.
Well, how are you doing? Whitetail, it's been a long time. And by the way, Whitetail, you've been around for what, 3 years at least?
No, I've been a mod from the beginning and started September 11th, 2017.
No way. You were...
Yeah, that was the first day I found you. And
no way.
Somehow you modded me. I was your first mod.
Oh, I know that. I didn't know you were my first, but I didn't know you were there the first day I started.
Okay, I'll retract that. I don't know that I was, but somewhere around there.
No, I think you might have been.
I don't know that anybody else has been there besides, longer.
Well, anyways,
regardless, I mean, I
that's
love
the day
all
I
the
started.
Fam. I love all of everybody.
You were there for the first
I
video.
Thank you for.
Go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Whitetail.
No, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just said you were basically at the first video when I had nobody. Thank you.
Well, yeah, watching you back when you were in the car and, going up to the gate and, way back. I mean, you're taking me back. And like I told Dex, there's things that I could talk about and I won't. So, but the boys, I talked to you about the boys next door. My boys.
Yep. Yes.
Little military heads up.
Yep.
Trying to do this is easily. Already told National Guard to sign up now for an somewhereabouts do 8/1/21.
Now what do you
before a DRAFT?
So you think that there will be a national draft? You can say that.
I heard a whisper.
Well, do you...
Can't confirm nothing. I heard a whisper.
Well, let's just say hypothetically that we went to conflict with China. I think there would be a draft if it was a non-nuclear conventional conflict, I think there would be a draft in a heartbeat because they have 1.4 billion people. Their military, as far as their population, that's their one of their strengths. Same with India.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it looks like India's kind of been siding with, it's just not siding with China, of course, but they've had some weird little things that they've said, and who knows? It's like Japan, we thought we were cool with up until right at the time of Pearl Harbor. So you never know.
Mm-hmm.
People can switch up. Think about, Russia.
Well, anybody be ready for FF, so that's all I'm saying. And that could be tomorrow because we don't know where this stupid... And I'm just going to quote them on it's their thing coming in. Whatever. Anybody be prepared for whatever. I bless everybody. I pray for everybody. Like, I send love to everybody. So just you, like we always say, head on a swivel, because if God forbid you if you don't.
Well, thank you so much.
Now I sound like West Virginia because every now and once again my West Virginia sound comes in and I don't sound PA anymore. Love you, sister, down in West Virginia.
Yep, absolutely. Well, and now no longer WV.
Yeah, I know she's for proper mind. Yeah.
Yes. But that is awesome. Well, thank you for the shout out too, and WV now again now something else, but very amazing shout out there. Thank you so much for calling in, and please be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.
Hey, absolutely, Adam, and prayers to you and the family. Keep them babies and that wife cuddled and always comforted. Love y'all. Prayers, blessings, love and light.
All right.
Night out.
Have a good night. I actually remember, I want to say the first call Whitetail did long time ago when it was I think it was on my cell phone. I think I used to have to do it that way. All right. And sometimes I would just hold the cell phone up to the mic. Yeah, that was awesome. Well, thank you guys, and thank you everybody that's been here that long. Tower Bear, speaking of longtime Fugel fam, thank you so much. Says AOL means above ground level. Oh, AGL means above ground level. And then Meat Puppet 07 says, according to Revelation 2:3 of humanity gets wiped out, or 2/3 of humanity gets wiped. So does Deagle, actually. Well, at least in the U.S. Lisa K23, Star Link, I think, the Elon Musk stuff. It's awesome. Why does the reflection just disappear? So that's what Tower Bear said regarding that satellite video. Why does it just stop from 1 hour? It's like this huge, reflection, then boom, gone. Does somebody have an explanation for that? If it is a reflection. Glitch87 just followed. Thank you so much. And then everybody over on DLive, Stormy7572, happy Mommy Day at all moms. Love to Adam, Dex, and Mods. Carolina Roots, thank you for popping in, 74. That's awesome. Jacktronics, that Chalky Gal, Bear Claws, and of course, couldn't go without Johnny Fry Guy. Lots of cool people in the chat. CPW in town. Charlie's Angel, once again, coming in with a guinea. Thank you so much for your support. And then AAII56, thanks for following. If you are going to follow during the show, you will get a shout-out. I will find you, and I will shout you out. Thank you for anybody who subscribes during the show. I realize that every single sub is a human being. I hate hearing people saying, I'm losing subs, or I just need a couple more subs. It turns people into an object. If you have 100 subs, that's 100 people watching your stuff. That is an amazing thing. And that is the attitude I had when I was very tiny. And I was excited that 5 people around the world found me. Because when I put up something and 5 random people around the world found my channel, I just thought even one person out of the billions of videos on YouTube finding my video was absolutely amazing. And that's the attitude that if you do not have that attitude, I have seen so many channels just flop because all they care about is that number. And if you think about it, if that's all you care about, then you shouldn't even be on YouTube at all. You shouldn't be, I'm losing subs. Don't worry about losing subs. You're actually losing people, but you're not even losing them. They can still see your stuff, and if they've watched your stuff and they were sub before, they probably see your content. They just get rid of that number. You have to gain more subs than what they take away every single day. So that is an issue that keeps going. I just want to thank all of you for coming in tonight. Dex, thank you for being my partner in crime here. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Great show.
And then we have, of course, all of our Too Hot for TV on the website. You can also use the search bar at the very top to access any kind of information. If we've talked about any subject in the past, you type that into the search bar. It will bring up our previous shows and the articles that are attached. And then any of the creators tonight are all available on the website. Thank you. Massive support. Charlie's Angel, thank you. Again, thank you everybody over there. On YouTube, you guys are just flipping amazing. Thank you, and thank you. Brett, David, Kyle A., Lisa Astry, everybody over there. Two Old People on the Couch. Gone Girl 777, Susan Donahue, hashtag Team Humanity, Veteran Steve, End Times. Again, Ghost Baby Guy. God bless everyone from Veteran Steve. That's so funny. I literally just thought of you. Pink Flamingo. Thank you so much. And, of course, it is amazing. Says Two Old People on a Couch. Well, thank you guys. Much love. Be safe. Be prepared. And Dex, will you please read the top 5 over on DLive real quick?
Absolutely. The number 1 would be Kelly 2334.
What?
And then, number 2 is Cynthia.
Who?
And Cynthia Lynn to be specific. Number 3 is Charlie's Third Angel. Love that name. Number 4 is Mrs. Jammer. And let's see, number 5 would be Queen BTP.
Yup. Thank you everybody for supporting independent media. There's no time, gotta bring it all the way back down. I can't speak my mind, otherwise I might just be never wanna be cancelled. No VPN special savings, go Marfugo. Never wanna be anywhere else but with the Fugo fam. Wanna be cancelled. Never wanna be. Can't refuse a lot with the Yupa Viking. I came in right down now, don't wanna take a hike. Breathe right through, I'm a nice it. Do it down like Olsen and Dyson. These crazy boys. Never wanna be cancelled. Never wanna be cancelled. Got the Misty, I'm a one nature's bounty homestead. And barefoot last, nobody's dead. Testicular fortitude, got the right attitude. Got the mighty on the tort, Peggy on the kneel. Bring it down, made of steel. Wanna be cancelled. Never wanna be cancelled. For life, I got the didgeridoo and the didgeridoo. Star Child on the Universal. Kelly Hansen and the Jessa fighting on Sean. I bring it like a rip curl redness. Hey now, I'm used in Cali. Hold down with
with the styling. I got the Cheryl M and that Ollie, 56 and the Rob Stewart. Never wanna be, never wanna be cancel. Can it 2, 3, 4? Never wanna ask for more. Can it 2, 3, 4? Never wanna ask for more. Can it 2, 3, 4? Never wanna ask for more. Can it 2, 3, 4? Never wanna ask for more. Ah, yeah. Maui racing military and a mystery. Mitty on the tar and it is a mystery. Happen in the Z, geographically free with the Amy on the Holly. No big, never wanna be cancel. Never wanna be, never wanna be.
Save Yourself Sheeple says Adam's loves for Dex is purely platonic. Pretty sure.
Never wanna be cancel. Never wanna be cancel. In the midnight, Deuce on the Avenger, Misty on the Sender, Billy Jean with it back, wicked, I got it back, Billy 2020. I love Chuck Flowers on the bring it down like a Lisa Renee. Cancel. Never wanna be cancel. Never wanna be. I got the 16 to bring it down now, I know. With the old rider, LOL. Gotta save it, hush, sheep up. Oh, these lovely people. Nation down the homestead. Oh, everybody dressed. Rob Stewart saying nifty. I've got to hit it. Got to bring them back down now. Got to find that ruby rose. I know. Never wanna be